Okay, so we're doing our November format discussion, and we're just going to be talking a little bit about the future format, tiny bit about the Banlist. Not going to focus on that too much because, yeah, we've had like a million reactions on YouTube about that, so that's irrelevant. So let's just
Wow! Spyral destroyed!
Oh my god! Click to watch and see amazing new top 10 decks solved within 30 minutes of the
10 minutes and 1 second.
Came on exclusively to tell you forgot Infernoid.
Oh,
No, nobody forgot Infernoid.
Infernoid's actually like somewhat viable, so yeah. Anyway, let's just briefly talk about like the balance because it does affect like the coming format. So major hits to Spyral, quick fix and drone to 1. That's massive. But yeah, do we still think Spyral's viable?
Yeah, it's arguably the best deck.
Definitely.
Yeah. It's just
The 2-card combos actually do more than they did pre-list.
Okay,
because it's
That's quite funny.
What? How is that even possible?
Okay, so the previous set up a firewall with 2 bounces, a utility wire, and a sleeper. The new one sets up a firewall with 1 bounce, a utility wire, a sleeper, but you also get a Tri-Gate Wizard, which once per turn negates anything and banishes it. Gives 3 of your monsters double battle damage, and once per turn during your turn, banishes 1 of their cards for free.
What is this, a 2-card combo?
Yes, this is double summon quick fix or foolish burial goods quick fix.
How are you still doing this with 1 quick fix? I don't understand.
Because you just overlay with it and put it in the grave.
Overlay?
So what the deck basically has to do is
I can hear
you have to play more Spiral Mission. You have to play more Spiral Mission Rescue, which is like a Garnet basically. So like, well, the deck played 1 before because like 1 was enough to do your whole combo. But see, the more copies of that card you play, the more insane your boards are because you get them for you can get 3 of them in the 1 combo and just make your board more and more and more insane. So it's the cost of a little bit of consistency of drawing the trap card more that just makes your boards insane.
They should have banned Master Plan if they wanted to kill the deck, but they obviously didn't.
Or they could have put Resort to 1.
They should have banned Maxi.
That too.
I mean, we've been talking about Maxi for like the past 4 Banlist discussions. Let's just ignore that. Like, we're not getting anywhere with it.
It needs discussion.
Oh, but both of these players on stream today, both of them just opened Maxi.
Yeah, that means it's fair.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. Yeah, so Spyral still makes insane boards, but you have to draw. Like, you don't have to, but like if you draw quick fix, so you've got 7 or 8 copies of quick fix if you still want to play the 1 set rotation. 9 if you play foolish burial. But you don't have to have access to quick fix. If you just have access to 1 resort and just like agent, like drone agent is still really good. It didn't use any of these cards that they hit. It used drone obviously, but you've still got 7 copies of it.
Okay, can I just say I think it's really disgusting that Spyral can still do as much as it did before.
I think it's a lot more like fragile now though. Cherries is like way more impactful now.
Yeah, Cherries is much better now.
Because you can't make crazy Link Gofu boards.
Yeah,
you don't have Gofu or fucking Machine Dupe to beat Chalice. So.
Yeah.
Gofu and Machine Dupe were the things that let you push through Cherries, and that just.
How does Gofu let you play through Cherries though? Because like.
Because you'd summon other Link monsters.
Yeah, so Gofu would let you play through Cherries because like all you need to do is get an agent out of your hand, and the Gofu lets you make AFD, which gives you like. So it specials a guy from your hand for free, it pops a resort and gets you another search, you get a draw from Coral Dragon, it just gives you loads of advantage that let you just make more cards.
But the thing is, like, they cherry you when you have 2 Spyrals on the field, so how do you Gofu at that point?
So last format, what you would do is you would special Gofu and you'd start making your play from there. Once you get to the point that has 2 Spyrals on board, your field is Ancient Fairy Dragon, Link Spider, and a token and 2 Spyrals. So like, you'd make Proxy Dragon, and then the cherries you there, and then you've still got like, if you have agent access at that point, you could still loot quick fixes and still basically just win, because Gofu was it just gave you so much advantage. But
the
now,
come watch my game, it's better.
Okay.
Yeah, but you like have to resolve Helix in order to do anything really, unless you hard draw like Master Plan Foolish Goods now.
Yeah, Foolish Goods is like staple in the deck now, right?
Yeah. Also, without Dupe, out in Baguska's a lot harder.
Yeah, Baguska is much harder to do.
What deck even makes Baguska consistently?
Magician every turn.
Oh yeah, Magicians.
Kind of Infernoid sometimes.
Every hand Magician can open with makes Baguska basically.
Yeah, so like what's so normally you'd go for like Tornado Dragon, but now you're just going Bagushka, right?
No, you used to go Time Star, but now it's Bagushka.
I don't know. You used to go to Tornado, right?
You could
So
go
you could
anything,
pop your.
but yeah, every single time you move something, it's going Vanguard. So
Just so you can like trigger your scale, right? To get the trap search is why you would do it, right? Am I wrong?
If you couldn't already search the trap, then yeah, you would make Tornado. But there's loads of hands that lets you search the trap.
Yeah.
Jason, this guy tried to like play. What the hell?
Yeah, I think he forgot to turn his Bagushka to attack.
How much have you been playing to get to this rating? Because like that's like a lot of games.
What rating? It's not that. I was like top 50 ladder last format. It was really funny. I was really terrible though.
DN
no one plays Book a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So anyway, the moving on, the most like competitive deck and like worry or whatever you want to call it for Spyral would probably be Magicians. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So. I mean, they don't do anything new. They just have Bagushka access. Is really all that's kind of
so like, the problem that the deck Magicians had was that everyone was playing Spyral, and to combat Spyral, your best option was to play around 10, preferably more hand traps. And playing that many non-pendulum cards in a pendulum deck was just not good. It just hindered your consistency so massively that you would just draw hands of like, oh, 2 hand traps, 2 scales, and a spell. Okay, I lose.
You can't really do anything like with Magicians. Well, I mean, okay, so if Spyro is still the best deck, we're still like last format in terms of deck building. We still need to run lots of hand traps, no?
Yeah, but the issue becomes if people know, yes. Well, if Spyro opened the 2-card combo, you still need a hand trap, or you're gonna lose.
Yeah, but it's no longer like.
You can open 1 hand trap till end of the turn usually.
Yeah, you like opening you don't need as many anymore. Like if you open 1 hand trap, their turn's probably stopped now, which is better than before because they had a lot more plays.
So like, what do you run now?
We can fall into this hole of like people might think Spiral's dead, and then they'll just play Magician and they'll play like 4 hand traps in their deck, and they're just gonna all lose because they're never gonna draw a hand trap when their Spiral player combos. So it could just end up like last format again. It depends how viable people think Spyral is.
I feel like that's just going to be the case.
Magicians.
Because yeah, like you do need to open hand traps versus Spyral, and if you're only going to play let's play Maxi and like 3 Ash or whatever, like that's not
Maxi
really enough.
3 Ash is what I think people might go down to. Maybe incorrectly.
But like.
So he's going to stand by Scythe you.
No, he's gonna summon Lancia.
Did he borrow your Hinoko?
Oh,
yeah,
Lancia.
it's funny.
Why didn't you negate it? Oh wait, I'm not gonna get spells. Yeah, that's terrible.
Stand by Lancia, interesting. Yeah, so Magicians are really strong, but like, you know, going second is obviously really tough versus Spyro. I don't know, does the deck do enough going first to stop Spyro? I guess if you just open Bagushka.
It makes a free Bagushka.
So.
Yeah, if you open like Bagushka, Omega, and the trap. Which is, the deck can do quite a lot.
Another issue is even the maps.
Yeah.
But the issue is, if you're trying to combat Spyral, you're playing hand traps in your deck, so your consistency of doing that going first is down. But the good thing is that at minimum, even like when you draw multiple hand traps, most of the time you can end on Bagushka, even if there is nothing else.
I do think you're able to grind against Spyral a lot more than you're saying though. Like you can grind against Decode Sleeper. That's grindable.
Yeah.
Just like set purple poison XD. That thing has 2100 defense. Card's wildin'.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, Magicians are Magicians. They've always had the same sort of problems. Like anytime a hand trap dominated format happens, pendulums become like worse. Anytime Magicians do become like, anytime Pendulum becomes really strong, suddenly all the hate becomes really popular again, like debarrier and anti-spell and.
Nice melts, Jason.
Thank. Garbage.
Oh yeah, that was terrible. For after Magicians, maybe like ABC. So.
I guess that deck is so bad. Like it's unbelievably bad. I was testing the new format Spyral against ABC.
Yeah, I was playing against John today.
We played about 12 matches, and I was 11-1. It's quite ridiculously bad.
What does it do?
Maybe it just has a terrible matchup against Spyral. It's because its main name is Summon Buster Dragon, okay? But all you have to do in Spyral is activate Resort, They have to banish it because they can't target any of your cards, and then you get to play your whole turn for free.
Yeah.
Some sort of
quite bad.
Some sort of true Draco deck might be decent because of one drone.
Who would have
we'll
thought?
Get to Draco eventually.
Who would have thought that Buster Dragon would be a bad boss monster?
Yeah, because it targets.
Oh, sniped.
What is like the deck's ideal opening? It's like Decode Buster, and like
yeah, which is not very good.
No, can it Decode Buster rank 4?
It can if you open Brilliant Fusion Hanger and you play Trick Clown.
Patched.
But the rank 4 you play can't be Viguska because that will just negate Buster. So you can end Decode Buster Tornado Dragon, which lets you pop like 2 Spyral resorts. Which is okay,
well, I mean, you can like still use Buster and then chain it. Can you not?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Work?
Viguska's different because it says it negates the activated things that activated while they were in defense position.
Oh, okay.
So Buster activates in defense position to tribute itself, so it will still resolve without effect.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Doesn't need to remain on the. Viguska doesn't specify field. It's just if it was in defense position when it uses effect.
Yeah. It's,
like
you can't like dodge it.
Just going on a tangent. Does anyone else like just really pissed off like that? Cards like that are being
Yes.
made.
Yes, that card should never have ever existed.
Yeah, because it's like.
Please play our link cards, please.
Like generic rank 4 lose a turn, pretty much. Like it's just so stupid.
Better than lose a turn.
Yeah, exactly.
The only way to kill it in battle was to summon a link monster.
How do you realistically
You
out it? Like
you literally have to summon a link monster.
Yeah.
Or like if you're playing BA, Mel Farfa or Alec.
Real shit.
Yo.
Get onto that as well.
Now that you've opened that kettle of fish, BA.
Or you can set a trap and tribute it for a Draco.
This whole discussion has become, instead of what decks are good for the upcoming, us just being mad at Baguska.
Mad at Baguska. Shout out Baguska the live stream. Metal
So what's the
Foes
next
Draco. So that deck was pretty popular before Spyral. Well, it wasn't popular, but it was a pretty decent contender pre-Spyral.
Sorry, what?
But the meta didn't really develop enough for like
Metal
Foe
Foe just aren't very good in link format, I don't think.
Yeah. To be fair, have you guys read the new fucking Link Monster though?
Yeah, that's insane, but that's also insane in Magician.
Shame that comes out in 2021.
21. 21.
Yeah. Comes out at some point next year and we don't have any date on it.
Man, you can't hard the new 21. Shit's booty.
I'm hoping that it will be February or March, I think, like Beatrice was, but who knows.
Beatrice and Gold, though. Gold's always the same time.
Gold Link Monster Legacies. Oh, that'll sell millions.
No, it's not. It won't be in Gold. It'll be in extra pack thing.
Platinum Rare. Infinite Platinum. Oh, that's disgusting.
How many cards did you mill without milling an Infernoid, Jason?
10.
10 cards.
Oh.
Why haven't you scooped?
So Trickstars.
Oh, I probably should.
To this day, I've still not read a Trickstar card. I think I've read like the Banish the Hand one, and that's about it.
Reincarnation is very good against Spyral now because they search their one quick fix and you just banish it from their hand.
But the other thing with like decks like that is, I don't know, it's a bit weird because you don't need to play as many hand traps anymore. So decks that were exclusively good because they could play loads are less good.
Yeah, like Trickstar doesn't have a win condition.
Hey, shut up.
It doesn't, Barry.
Normal Lilybell attack.
I played that deck 2 times at the event and it was so free every time.
Here, I can't view Twitch chat. What's up?
Dunno.
Fine here.
Why would you want to see a Twitch chat?
We're going to talk about BA.
So, we're
not
not
going to talk
about BA.
I don't think we should talk about BA tonight. I think this one for...
Do you not think one Gamma Shell is objectively correct?
Fuck up, you stupid Mongo.
Wow. Like.
Fuck foreigner.
So yeah, Trickstar, does that do anything going second?
Yeah, it's actually not bad at going second.
It summons a strata, searches a trap, and then sets it.
Right, here's the deal, mate. Right. So, what's quite nice about Trickstar going second is that you don't have to do anything. Like, because like you don't. Right,
you're not worried about your plays getting around.
Yeah, because you've not got any plays.
Yeah.
So like it's quite nice. Yeah.
All right.
Isn't no Gofu quite a big hit?
It is a wee bit of a hit, yeah.
It gets rid of your only play. Yeah.
Gofu was really, 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 really good in that deck.
It was like your only removal and Omega.
One of my opponents was playing London, like round 9, was playing Eater of Millions in his Trickstar deck.
Alright.
Because it's like removal.
How do you summon that again? It's like banish
You
the
just
extra
banish
deck?
5 cards from your extra deck, and then like when it attacks, it banishes the monster it battles face down.
Okay.
So it's like non-targeting removal. It was interesting.
World
It's
Chalice?
It's also shite.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
So World Chalice?
Gofu is also.
I have no idea about World Chalice.
Gofu is a little bit of a hit, but it's not that bad. World Chalice is... The issue is that going second is pretty bad. And it has that issue with like that pendulums have, and is that you can't play a lot of hand traps because if you draw like 2, you're just a lot of your combos are 2 cards, which is decent, but like if playing too many hand traps is just going to stunt your consistency. And it just can't really play through a lot of disruptions. It just can't, unfortunately. But going first, it's insane. Like setting the kaiju board, you don't even have to play the kaijus anymore because Trigate's out now. So, it could be good. It's definitely something to think about.
So, I should probably read this card.
Trigate.
Live reaction, Trigate Wizards. Let's see.
Yeah, let's double 3 monsters.
2+
battle
monsters
damage.
except tokens. This card gains these effects based on number of monsters co-linked. 1. If a monster co-links this card battles your opponent's monster, any battle damage inflicts to your opponent is doubled.
So
2.
give that to see if it's got 3. It will give that first effect to all 3 monsters it's co-linked to.
Oh, that's actually a lot of damage. I was gonna say that's quite shit, but I mean that is still like relevant.
That's 3 monsters doing double battle damage.
Yeah. 2. Co-links once per turn. Turn 1 card on the field and banish it. And 3. When a card effect is activated, negate. Well, do you really make that one?
Yep.
The
Yes,
third effect.
with 3 all the time.
How?
Yep.
Because what's it pointing to? So it's pointing
So
to 2
you
of
have
your
a
own
firewall, right? So you have a firewall in your extra monster zone, pointing down at
Oh
your
right,
Trigate.
yeah, I see.
Next
so
to your
point...
Trigate, you have a double helix pointing to it, and
see.
next to that, you have a proxy dragon pointing to it and another one of your cards.
So how easy is it to get this thing out?
Just 2 card combo.
Extremely is the answer.
Alright, okay, fair.
The 2 card combo sets it up with 3 co-links and a firewall bounce. And a sleeper in the last resort.
Paleozoic. So the biggest issue with Paleo is just evenly matched.
The deck's terrible.
Yeah, it's not very good.
Yeah.
Evenly matched is insane. Most of their good trap cards target.
Like Paleo
Going
in,
second
like,
against Spyral Sleeper makes you want to kill yourself.
in Zoo format, Paleo was like really good because you could take advantage of like going second was like still fine even against like Fusion Sub Zoo because they do all this shit and like they can't
Zoo
deal with
can't
like
out a single back row.
yeah, like 1 Mirror Force was like really good, but like the Mirror Forces are really bad now with like links now. Like unless you're playing just OG Mirror Force, which there's just like a million ways to like flow or fucking just negate or just yeah, it's quite silly. Like what you have like Ib and stuff, which is like quite common. Is that the one that protects from damage or destruction or?
It protects from destruction, yeah. It can't destroy by card effects while it's linked and like things it points to you can kill it instead of.
Yeah, so
them
stuff
if
like
they're
that
weak
is just
destroyed.
like makes.
It's primarily the best deck this format has engine like back row removal.
Yeah.
Decks
Well, it's just Super Agent, right? That pops.
And Sleeper.
Sleeper.
Oh god, yeah, shit. Yeah, staring down Sleeper going second is just like, yeah, scoop phase.
Pop 2 in your end phase, pop 2 in my standby phase.
Pretty ridiculous.
And you can target my Sleeper.
Well, I guess the last one is pretty much just Infernoid. It's alright.
From my extensive testing of this deck, every single Infernoid card is terrible, but that traps quality and so is the fusion spell.
There's literally about 4 cards in that deck you want to draw.
So you want to draw Imagination, you want to draw Banishment, and if you're going first, you sort of want to draw Feast.
Decatron.
Yeah, and Decatron.
Ustus was playing Ganesha for a while, but I guess he didn't end up playing it, so...
Ganesha's good if you're playing a go first build. Was this just playing first?
I lost at Liverpool to a boy playing like Ganesha Duality Infernoid.
Duality?
Liverpool.
You mean London, right?
Yeah, London.
Oh yeah, I saw him. He was sitting next to me like round 9.
Okay.
Yeah, because he activated duality next to him.
Yeah.
Infernoid?
Yeah. Because you just duality for imagination, search, feast, and then set it. You don't need a special summon. You special
You
3
mean
guys on their turn.
You mean banishment add?
Yeah, banishment. Yeah.
Right, you make it sound so easy.
Oh, that's what he literally did while I watched him. In his 60 card deck. I think it was 60.
Oh, right,
It was 40.
Alright, 40 then, yeah.
Yeah, someone in the chat just mentioned I have like a terrible win record against Noids. That just reminded me of Ryan. I feel like Ryan has never beaten Infernoids.
Didn't he like decimate Billy's bird at an event?
Yeah, but she wasn't playing Inferno. Was she playing Inferno?
She wasn't.
Yeah, it was
I think
Prague.
the only time she's been here
that's
was
the
playing
first
Inferno.
time Ryan's ever beaten Inferno then.
Like, since 2014, Ryan has just had like a negative record against Infernoids. It's
Lost
so
to it at
bizarre.
like 3 Premier events.
Every time I ever saw him on DN testing like Shadalls back when they were a thing, like he just couldn't deal with Infernoids. Oh, it's quite funny.
That's quality.
So I think that's like most of the main decks, really. Like the only other kind of maybe viable one is Lightsworn.
No, Invoke.
We didn't really talk about Invoked or Draco.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think Draco is like a really solid option now because of fucking like there's less drones, so it's a lot harder for
Yeah,
Spyral.
drone to 1 actually hurts Spyral's ability to Masterpiece.
So what's
Before
like
it was
the
really easy.
what was the problem with it like before?
The deck is gash.
The Spyral could out Masterpiece so easily is the main reason, but also the deck's gash.
Can it though?
But
Like through a
it's
pop?
literally, honestly, like
Right. So issue is right. There's this card called Masterpiece, right? You know what he does? He like banishes something and then he does this mad word that's like really bad against Spyral. It's called Target.
Oh
So
yeah,
then
yeah, shit. What the
Anything you make that is bigger than Masterpiece can't be targeted and just attacks over it for free.
So what do you normally use to out it?
You just make
Multiple
anything,
drones.
summon a drone, tribute the drone to give that monster loads of attack points, and then you just attack over it.
Oh yeah, drone.
Drone
What's that
gives
for?
a monster you control, a Spyral monster you control 500 for every card they control. So even if it's just Masterpiece and like Diagram, your guy's gaining 1,000 and you just beat over the Masterpiece.
Borload kind of just outs it now anyway, but
Yeah, Borrowed attacks over it as well.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah,
I thought like Draco got a bit stronger because like hypothetically, like if you don't need to play hand traps, then like Demise is like really
Depends
good.
it depends how big Spyral is again.
Yeah.
Which it probably, unfortunately, would still be the best. What do they even need to hit to make that deck bad? Like
One
Helix.
I mean, it's already lost consistency. It's just like
Nah, it's lost power. Like,
and
can't-
consistency.
yeah.
I feel like just hit like banning.
it's not
fucking
lost any power.
Firewall.
The boards are just as good.
I am absolutely shocked Terraforming survived the list.
Yeah.
it's rotation.
It's because this isn't. I don't think we've got. This isn't a list. It's just like a slap on the wrist. It's not like a comprehensive ban list. If it was a comprehensive ban list, they would have hit other stuff that isn't Spiral.
I think this was an
Well, I
emergency
think-
ban list in everything but the name. So
Yeah, it's exactly that.
But like Terraforming is Spiral.
Yeah, but they did set rotation instead.
I thought we should have done both.
I really don't like set rotate. I think that's really bad for the game. Like locking your
So
opponent
these are
out of a
gay
field
ass
is
cards.
stupid.
Yeah, I don't fuck with set rotation.
And it makes like evenly matched really bad as well. Well, then again, that's a card that shouldn't be fucking printed in the first place anyway. So,
You're gonna watch this trailer that's playing in there.
what?
What are you playing right now?
I'm not playing anything.
The trailer you're playing on your screen.
Oh, I have no idea. Someone's been like requesting random shit.
Alright.
Yeah. So that's pretty much all the decks we've been through. Is there anything like we've missed?
Burning Abyss.
Is there anything good like coming like soon?
So we have there is a new set coming out in about 2 weeks, or less than 2 weeks. So it's legal for the Glasgow regional, I think. It has the Magibility cards in it, but
Does
I
that
don't
not
think
still
they're
need more
good.
support?
Yeah, I don't think they're very good.
Will there not be the Fire Mrs. Radiant?
Yeah, I think that's in the set. Yeah,
In
Yeah,
Spear
yeah.
Warriors, it isn't.
That might do something.
is it not in Spirit Warriors? No.
Oh,
It's in Extreme Forces. Spear Warriors is a side set.
I remember Azad telling me that Magibullets would be tier 0 even through full power Spyral.
Who told you that?
Azad.
That boy's
Tell me
cute.
the idiot.
That's
Is Nashada's boyfriend.
Magibullet True Draco could be a decent variant. Is that true?
I don't know. All I know about Magibullet is you go first, you summon a guy, you activate Tides of the Brethren, and then you like try and win.
All
I played against that deck for 20 minutes once, and, like the most underwhelming 20 minutes of my life. But I don't know anything. Like all the cards are just shit. Apart from like I think they've got a good trap.
Isn't
They've
it
got a good
super
counter
normal
trap.
summon reliant?
Yeah,
It's fuck.
I've never played a deck that just like. Actually, not Trickstar. It's about as bad as Trickstar in terms of that.
Yeah, like the problem with the deck is like, so you can have hands where you just only open monsters, and that doesn't do anything. Or you could open all the spell or traps or whatever, and that doesn't do anything either. So it is like kind of like reliant on like, you know, like small like 2-card combos.
I quite like Lightsworn. Like I feel like that maybe has potential somehow, some way.
No, you feel wrong.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, JY was playing it pre-Spiral, wasn't he?
He was playing it in
he
Spiral
got-
format too.
Was he?
Crucially, pre-Spiral.
Yeah. Spiral's a bit hindered now, though. A bit. Yeah, not much.
Yeah. So I mean,
Also, Baguska hurts the deck. Like it can turbo Baguska, but it also can't play through it.
Baguska's
And-
so gimpy.
Gofu was quite a big loss. Baguska's just gay, man.
what's
Yeah, fuck the gaze.
Fuck the gays.
what's the evenly matched like ratio? Are we thinking like is it main deck worthy?
Side one.
Going second Spiral might be.
Why are you
if
here,
you're
Barry?
playing-
You haven't said anything productive. You've legit not said a single thing productive.
Nah, he
Like,
explained
look,
Trickstar to
The
us.
past hour is just. Oh, Spyral do their combo, and if you open a hand trap, they can't do their combo.
Okay, right. Does anyone want to talk about RuneScape then? Okay, yeah.
I'm currently mining clay.
Are you mining right now?
Yeah.
Oh fuck's
Of
sake.
course he is. Alright, so...
Yeah, evenly matched is now like.
Yeah, you mean it if you're binding second, I think. But it's
think
also
going
not
second-
good against... See, against Spiral now, it's not that good, because they
It's-
make Trigate.
Even
Yeah,
worse.
Trigate,
against Spyral.
negate, evenly matched.
So it's like it was gash against Spyral before, and it's a fucking dog shit against Spyral.
So, like, it was bad before, because you'd use it, and they still sleeper, which is, like, an awful lot of the time. But now, you have to bait Trigate, then go to battle phase, then use evenly matched, then go to main phase 2, and still play through sleeper.
You literally
You've
like.
used 2 cards, and you still have to
lose
play
the
through
game if you
sleeper.
side it in.
Yo, what's wrong with maining sphere modes? Like, I feel like that just solves so much.
Your deck has to not rely on normal summons.
It's probably okay in like Draco or Infernoid.
Yeah, you have to play it in, something like Draco or Inferno dealing with decks.
I swear to God, like, special 2BAs, like, and...
Oh, come on. Whoa. You're not allowed to say BA.
BA is a banned word.
That's forbidden.
Tell me what's wrong with raying your opponent's entire board and then special 2BAs make Beatrice. Come on.
Maxi.
So alright, Brad.
Like, the thing with BA is it doesn't like lose to hand traps. Which
You're not allowed to talk about BA.
We need to get it out of the way eventually, surely.
We're not talking about BA.
Okay, let's talk about BA. What's the problems with BA? Like,
Ash Beatrice. that'd be class.
Right, so you can't
Doesn't do
you
much.
can't realistically go first without floodgates if Spiral's a deck, because your main thing, Beatrice, sends things that does that magic word, target. So
Yeah.
you go, resort. You have to Shadow Dragon it with your Beatrice, and then you're out of responses for the rest of their plays.
I feel like Invoked is like the new BA deck. Like, it does what BA like kind of does, like with like few cards, but can main all this anti-meta stuff like really well.
I'm gonna play hero this format.
Why?
Because you can summon the Mask the Hero Dark.
Must get the hero dark.
Oh yeah, why? I thought like Darklaw would be good in BA. That was weird.
I mean, I was playing Mass Change in PK Fire once upon a time, but Master
Michael
Row 4...
Forner has built the optimal deck.
Oh no! Let's just
know nothing about deck building.
No, nothing.
Oh, hey, Nadir, you should speak to the stream about what happened between you and CCG.
Nah. Nah. Invoked and Scapegoat is very good as well.
Yeah, Scapegoat. That's a card I want to play in my deck. I love it when I get to survive for a turn and then flip my extender in the end phase.
Flip my extender in the end phase.
Idiot.
Bagushka
Who said that? Can you ban whoever said that?
Sure.
That's so mean, Barry.
Your Scapegoat's 1 card out to Baguska.
No, it's not.
It makes 2 Mrs. Radiant.
It won't make 2 Mr. Radiant.
Why not?
It just won't. Just believe me.
Believe me.
Wait, is Baguska not Earth?
Oh yeah, Baguska.
Make it 3k defense.
Fucking decent job, boys. We fucking solved that.
Nah, you can
Just make a firewall and attack it.
What happens when they Reaper your Firewall? Asshole.
Oh shit. Make Borload attack it.
Oh, Borload ver Baguska.
Reaper.
Again.
Okay.
Stop raping me, mate.
Alright, so it looks like for the rest of 2017, I generally feel like this has been like one of the worst years of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Secret.
Nah, it's not been the worst year of Yu-Gi-Oh! Because, okay, so we had Zoo format, which was objectively good, and then we had this Spyral period. We had the
Yu
Spyral
just doesn't think it was good because he likes variants.
No, just because he just doesn't understand how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, if you don't like Zoo format, you just shit at Yu-Gi-Oh! That's like 100%.
Fuck off, Barry, you taught 1 regional, you think you're all that.
Fucking talk 1 regional, then talk to me, mate!
Well, I mean, it's right. We could talk about Zoo format forever, but like, that's a tangent. That's a different subject.
Firewall exists.
The point is like we were in like a Spyral tier 0 format. We're going into a pretty much a Spyral dominated format again, to be honest. Like unless they hit us with another,
that's not true.
He's a shot of your fucking crystal ball, Nadir.
It's probably a magician format, but yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's going to be the dominant. That's going to be like the popular deck for going into like YCS San Diego, like 100%. Like that's going to be like the go-to deck.
1 hand trap stops the new Spyral combo now. It's like impossible to
miss. If you open Ogre, Ash, or
but this is
Maxi,
the dilemma. Like,
it's like what 69% to open like a 7-off hand trap, and if you open one of those, it's just like fuck. Like you just end the Spyral turn.
But this is this is the dilemma we talked about though. It's like okay, well. If Spyrals become popular again, then we all have to main hand traps, so magicians are less good. And then if magicians are really good, then we have to play less hand traps to make our magician deck consistent. And now Spyral sucks. Is better.
We were talking earlier about how magician can't play many hand traps, so most of them play 3 Ash and 1 Maxi. That means that if they open a 14...
IDNT show up. Fix, thank.
Oh, thank you. Cheers, man.
3% chance of basically just ending a Spyral combo just by virtue of fucking having Ash in the deck.
But like the only way they can sort of play through it is fucking if they have like double summon and goods or like goods and 1-for-1.
Yeah, they have to open like but most of the time it's going to be like impactful enough to just fuck the whole deck.
They have to open a hand that in Spyral tier 0 format 1 hand trap also wouldn't have stopped. So like you'd have lost that game anyway.
Sad times, eh?
Yeah. Let's talk about Athlete's Foot.
Talk about what?
Oh, aye, how's your Grand's case coming along with it?
Are you talking to me?
No, it's alright. Don't worry about it.
Alright, just to sort of just to wrap up this discussion, for just anyone in the chat, just like throw out some random talking points about the coming format and shit.
We have no idea what to talk about.
We've gone through all the decks and it's just pretty depressing. Like it's just fucking Spyral all over again, but like watered down. So.
Jason.
Personally, I think there's a lot of room for deck build format.
Have you sent out my agent yet?
Not. shall do tomorrow, Brox.
And
This
I think,
format is a lot more exploitable than last format.
yeah, a lot more, because this format doesn't have all these like stupid boxes like all the fucking like sets of hand traps you might want to play in Spyral, or oh, I can play draw and it might end their turn, but sometimes it might fuck me up because it might gamma me and loads of shit like that. It doesn't have like bullshit like that. So it is like a massively better format than the last one.
Yeah.
Oh, we also
Best
forgot
hand
to
traps.
mention how fucking hilarious Magician Mirrors are going to be with Baguska and Triple Wavering.
Yeah, Baguska seems to make the Magician Mirror worse. That just doesn't seem very fun. You have to like scales, pendulum like 3, and then make a decode.
Nah, you just Wavering's going to get mained, obviously.
Yeah, I think you might like if it does turn into Magician format, I think you might play like 3 pendulum call.
Magical spring.
Magician, evenly matched is Wavering Guys is like really main worthy now as well. Anyway, because I guess they would main it anyway. Although people were saying like, oh, we only mained it because of the mirror.
When you're maining Wavering and 7 hand traps, that's really tricky.
Yeah, well, the thing is though, like Wavering is like really good against the evenly matched, so that could be like kind of decent for siding perhaps, for going first.
It also sometimes outs Baguska.
Yeah.
And like the mirror, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just want to jump to the chat's talking points. There's a couple of decent sort of questions
Ash,
here.
obviously.
Yeah, I saw best hand traps this format in order.
Yeah, I guess Maxi, obviously.
Ash is
better than Maxi, because
Ash might be better than Maxi, actually, yeah.
Max is shit against Magician.
Yeah, Maxi's not very good in Spyral either. Like, if they're going, like, see if you have a board and you Maxi them, they're probably just going to go off and kill you.
Nadir, can you ban the boy who asked if we think Ash should get hit?
What do you Ash against Magician? Like,
you have to Ash, like, if you're lucky, you hit Pendulum Call. If not, you just what I've been saying is you just try and trade 1 for 1. So you can either Ash Iris if you're worried about the trap. Ashing Joker and Ashing Alliance aren't bad. They're really not terrible.
There's nothing really bad to
Magician go back to playing 7 hand traps.
I don't know if like
Joker that can end their turn.
Ash on Wavering is quite good too.
I was good.
Ash Wavering's sick. Ash Harmonizing's maybe okay.
Probably not. You don't want them to get to that stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if they're only pendulum summoning 1, which is like a rare situation.
Then it's fine. But if they have Joker on board, that's terrible.
Yeah.
So best hand traps in order: Ash, Max, Ogre, Gamma.
Nah, hang on. I don't know if like Ogre is better than Cherries.
Ogre's better than Cherries.
What about Droll?
Droll's unplayable.
What?
Yeah, it depends how big Spyral is.
You can side draw for a Spyral maybe, but like apart from that, it's awful.
It's not good against Magician, and it's not really good against like ABC.
You just if you play that card against Magician, you just draw a card out for reason.
Oh, this is interesting. Talk about if Destrudo is viable in any meta deck.
Yeah, Spyral will play it.
Yeah. ABC
and Spyral will play it.
Ban whoever asked it.
Triple Armageddonite and Destrudo staple. Just put it in everything.
Nah,
I mean, it ends with Yahtzee and Mirror.
Yahtzee Mirror will do anything in the game.
Yeah, mate.
It used to do anything when Denglong was legal. Press F to pay respects.
Can you ban the boy who said Max C to free?
Jason, no.
I think that the consistency of Spyro is enough that they will lose games they shouldn't have. Like the big combos are still there, but it takes so many garnets.
Yeah.
You will just lose games to your own bullshit deck.
Yeah, guaranteed.
Which is a bit of a problem with it.
But like, I like this list because they actually hit the power of the deck as opposed to just like.
They didn't hit the power of the deck. The deck is like better.
Yeah, it's the opposite.
They hit the power because you can't.
The deck ends on Firewall, Helix with a wire.
Okay, but imagine what it would have ended on had you also been able to do dupe combos right now.
I mean, pretty much the same. Like,
I mean, it's pretty negligible.
It was the same because it couldn't get any better.
No, okay. Yeah, they definitely didn't hit the power. The power is still there. It's just the consistency.
No, they have hit the power. You're wrong.
No, they haven't.
They have. You're not.
How can they end on a negation wing blast? Towers that pops 2 cards for free. and you can say that the power is hit. Like the deck ends on like an unbreakable field, like legitimately just unbreakable. Like, it doesn't matter that you could have like one more fireball.
Yeah, you could have one more, and it's still like it doesn't matter if it's still unbreakable. It still has lost some power.
But it's like so negligible. Why would you even consider it?
I think the thing you're trying to say is it's gotten like more fragile rather than powerful. Like
I'd say
it's
both.
still as powerful as it was before, but it's just like even more fragile to a hand trap. Because you used to be able to like kind of play through Ash because you had so many extenders, but at this point, so the fact that you don't have that many like Spyral monsters anymore, like really hurts with just like
that's an issue. You've lost 4 Spyral monsters from your deck.
Yeah,
and if you're playing
that's
set
right.
rotation, you've lost 6. Like
Main tough is probably okay.
Yeah, I was thinking about playing it. Maybe even like 2 Last Resort, because that card like if you've like kind of break, you can like Last Resort your like Helix and then try
Last
to play
Resort is
against
how you beat rogue decks.
Yeah.
Every rogue deck I played at London, I summoned a guy, I equipped it Last Resort, I took some damage when they attacked over it and inevitably couldn't out it, and then I won next turn
Some
because I
boy in the
comboed.
Jews chat sparking about Valor. Mate, read Resort.
Yeah, I said that.
So I think that's everything. Yeah, I don't think. Why isn't Joel?
So there's something Link Karibo. America get Link Karibo relatively soon, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't know like how big that is with the one quick fix.
Yeah, the one quick fix sort of hinders that now.
I don't get how that's going for 24.
I really don't like the idea of like pretty powerful, like relevant format cards, like something like Link Karibo being only legal in one region.
Yeah, I think like they normally do it, but it's normally like legal for a month, and then we get it in a Mega Tin or a special edition.
Yeah, we're probably gonna get into Extreme Fortress.
They learned from like Crab King, like when we had an entire format with no towers out, and America did.
And Utopia Lightning too.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I guess that's pretty much everything that we've talked about for November. So thanks for listening, YouTube. We're gonna go back to the stream now and just talk about a bunch of other random shit. So thanks for tuning in. Discord, Patreon, etc., etc. Like, comment, subscribe, and good night.
Don't play BA.